You're watching Anglers Drinking Coffee and Talking Fishing.
Well, these are my selections. I left out the Kitex today, but first of all, I'm going to reference just any generic lake, and I'll reference my lake. I like starting deeper, as I do in the summer. I'll start deeper and come in more shallow. So at the first breaks and the drop-offs, I like dropping my Binsky down the blade bait. There's little awesome bait to fish on drops, rocky edges. Again, I'll reference my lake. We have real sharp drops and ledges there, and when the wind blows from the north or south, depends on where the bait fish are holding, and that's where they're on the downside of the drop-offs, and that's where the bass typically hang out. Also, another bait that Rich got me going on, I like slow rolling the Uruku shad real slow. Caught a lot of bait, a lot of bass in my lake with this bait. Awesome bait. Again, the water's just after ice out, so slow. And also, I like fishing deeper water. It doesn't matter what the season is. This dives to about 11 or 12 feet, the jerk bait. We could put two in here, say something that dives to about 11, a deeper diving one, or something that dives to about 5 or 6 feet, depending on water temperature where the fish is staging, really. And I kind of really like, it could be any kind of bladed jig, but I kind of like the chatterbait. I've caught a lot of bass on this, even, the conventional way, also slow rolling along the bottom. I let it drop to the bottom and just slow rolling it, banging along the rocks and everything, or jigging deep. I've caught bass in my lake, 25 feet along rocks with this, just jigged on the bottom and lifted up and dropped down, lifted up, dropped down. It pretty much covers the whole spectrum of the water column. And also, last but not least, my trusted mega bug that I like to use, Mega Strike fishing on the patented Mega Strike shaky head, is killer for me also. Kind of not spoiled, but I love fishing. I'll fish grass when I need to and weed, but I love fishing deep rocks and structure on offshore, so I'll go for this also. Also great for flipping and pitching on docks and everything, and down trees along the shoreline, but that's later on when the water warms up. But these are pretty much some of the baits that I'll use just after ice out. And again, the key is slow.
Just after ice out, I'm going to grab something a little smaller in profile, and Rains actually has a bubbling shaker worm that I want you to check out. Fish that with a tungsten jig head. You'll be surprised, you get a lot of smallmouth bass on it, and big largemouth sometimes go after small plastics. So the 3.5 to 4 inch, check it out. You won't be disappointed. My go-to confidence bait in all seasons is the Z-Man chatterbait. I love the Project Z. This color is great for the ice out. You got that chartreuse, it's sexy. And that's what those fish want after that long winter's nap. And it's the sexier shad color, a 3/8 ounce. And with the Z-Man chatterbaits, you could work whatever section of the water column you want. You could burn them, you could crawl them across the bottom. But what I like to also do with the Z-Man chatterbaits is I throw them out and I vertically jig them back to the boat. So you get the lift and then you get the drop. So you're targeting the entire water column when you're bringing this back. Fish it slow, add a little trailer on the back of that, whether it's a Zoom fluke, or you want to throw a little crayfish. Check it out though, the 3/8 ounce is what I go with. Sexier shad, Z-Man chatterbait, Project Z, you won't be disappointed. This here, perch colored, right there, the Shadow Wrap Shad, Rapala. This jerkbait's slow rising, so it's key to me to have a bait that stays longer in the strike zone, and that's what this is gonna do. You're gonna jerk it down, and the bait's just gonna kind of hover and slowly start rising. And you'll see when you're fishing those cold water conditions that having a bait that stops and just kind of lingers and slowly rises, that's when you're going to get the fish that strike. And right here is a perfect color. especially in these northern lakes, is that perch color. A little orange there on the belly. I'm telling you, it's well worth the $9 investment. You'll catch pickerel with this, you'll catch bass. Hot bait to have, especially when that ice out happens. So check them out. Well, they always say go big or go home, and I ain't going home. So my last bait is going to be right here. I'm mimicking the bayfish, and I'm going to catch a whopper of a muskie on Monksville, or maybe I'll throw this at Oxford Furnace. But yeah, I had to change it up a bit. Big bait, big fish.
Well, go. I think this just about wraps up our trip here to Tackle and Field, you and Rich. And, what parting knowledge can we give away today?
Well, number one is before you go fishing, you should always let your family know, someone in the family to know where you're going. Because remember, it's ice out and everything's slippery. Anything can happen. You can slip and fall.
Water is ice cold.
And ice is cold. Let's say if you're bank fishing or on the boat, always let someone know where you're at like that in case you're not home at a certain time. They can get you. And number one, you need your fishing license. Rule number one, about the license. So,
Safe. You got to be safe. You got to be legal. And if you're going out there on your boat or whatever the case may be, it may be the first trip of the year. Make sure your boat, before you leave, make sure your boat is up to the task. Over the winter, a lot of things sit. Your boat sits. You want to check everything. As far as your electric is concerned, your batteries, and obviously you got to make sure you have fuel. Check your trailer. Check the lug nuts. Check everything. Make sure that you have everything.
and don't forget that plug. You need
And the plug.
The plug's number one. Right.
And also, me and Rich
Yeah.
drove all the way to Paul Pack one day. I forgot the keys, so throw those keys in the glove box. Make sure
Yeah.
you have your keys with
Your
you.
life PFDs.
PFDs, yeah.
More important, your flare gun, everything. Because any day, anything can happen.
Right.
It
Safety.
takes, the least expect that anything can happen. You roll, make sure. Key is just take your time, walk. When you rush, anything can happen. You can leave the slightest thing back, and it's going to save you from a storm, or you getting hurt, or someone's saving you, throwing your rope 50 foot with your PFD.
Right.
So everything's safety. Always think safety, and then go enjoy yourself. And then after that, it's going to be so easy and smoother.
Yeah, I think the philosophy of the basic rules of 1, 2, 3: be safe, have fun, catch fish. And also, if you're going out on the kayak, you're going out on smaller boats, canoes, whatever the case may be careful. You have to wear your PFD, and
At all times.
all times. It's foolish, especially with the water that cold in the beginning of season. You got to wear your PFD. You got it.
People realize, oh no, I know how to swim. The best swimmers leave sometimes. 'Cause
Yeah.
guess what? You don't know. You can bump your head and anything can happen. And if you don't have your PFD, guess what?
Yeah.
We don't want to hear no tragic. We want to just hear that you had a wonderful time. Even if you don't catch fish, it's just relaxing. Just getting out the outdoors and getting fresh air.
Yeah.
And that's it, just safety. And then, and let your spouse know, your friend, or whoever, or invite someone. It's always good to invite someone, or get someone that never been fishing.
Right.
Say, listen, I'm gonna go fishing. Would you like to go? Take a kick, your neighbor, ask the parents. Come on, we're gonna go. We take turns.
Sure.
That's what it's all about. Taking that one person, and even if it's cold, it's a mind thing. It's not cold. Just you block that out when you go fishing, trying to catch the first fish, or that's what it's all about. Just having fun.
Absolutely, I agree. So, to sum it up, it was great to have Antonio Gomez here today to peruse the Tackle and Field and highlight, some of the great stuff they have here. Baits, everything, tackle, rods, hunting, gear, clothing, everything. So if you're looking for great tackle, hard to find stuff, live bait, come to Tackle and Field in Ringwood Ave in Wanacue, and you'll have everything you need.
Yeah, like I said, I was driving by, and all of a sudden, oh, let's go fishing. I'm like, oh. So I pulled into this beautiful store, has a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
And that's it. So you grab what you can grab and just think, just relax. Like he was saying before, slow. It's cold. Everything you approach is real slow. I mean, fast. The colder the water, the slower you go. So I came in here, I grabbed 5 baits that I was used from this store. Every store is different. So guess what? This store had a lot of baits that I use already. And guess what? Just enjoy yourself and just take it out. Ask questions. Ask who's catching what in the store.
And that's what's good with mom and pop tackle shops. You know, they know that local, temperature, what's working, what anglers are coming in and talking about. So that's why you should go to places like this and not those big chain stores, because these people know what they're talking about. They know what they're stocking on their shelves. They're not just going to sell you a fishing rod. They're going to sell you a rod that's going to work in the fishing that you're doing. So check out Tackle and Field, support your local tackle shops. Great idea for your kayak fishing, and to keep it simple, but to bring just enough of what you need is a tackle box at this size. You're limited with space. You want to fish effectively and efficiently. You can load one of these small tackle boxes up with just what you need to be out there with. Don't overload yourself. Keep it simple. And I'm telling you, stick to some basic lures that are going to be working for those conditions that you're fishing in, for the water column that you'll be fishing early spring. So this is right here what I would have with me. Keep it simple. You don't need a large tackle box when you're in a kayak.
Hey, go, welcome to Tackle and Field.
Thank you for having me here today.
Well, that's it with our trip to Tackle and Field. It was great having Go Gomez with us and having Bill Peraino come out and spend the day shopping. Well, we came out with our pockets a little lighter after spending our afternoon at Tackle and Field, but let me tell you, this store has it all. Whether you're looking for a hard-to-find bait or you're restocking for the season, make sure you stop over and check out their selection. Anglers drinking coffee and talking fishing. Make sure you catch all our Real Deal episodes exclusively on YouTube.